Hey, what's up, guys? How are you? Welcome back to another episode of Toys in My Closet. And today we're going to take a look at the Ramen Toys 80s Commanders Max Lightyear, the professional naval commander of Sea Assault and Hydro Flight System. And this is obviously Centurions, a.k.a. But since Ramen cannot obtain the license rights to the actual, name, he called them the 80s Commanders, which I think is pretty cool. And it comes in this wonderful, wonderful box. It says 80s Commander there with the window showing him with his accessories. This beautiful artwork there of the actual figure, but kind of drawn in like a cartoon. Ramen Toys in the corner. And this box is very reminiscent to the original box of the original toy line. They just looked a lot bigger instead of smaller like they are here. And there is another wonderful shot of the figure with a robotic shark there on the side, window opening in the top so the light can seam through and you can see the figure within. Then you have the Sea Assault form and the Hydro Flight System right here, where it shows you how to build them separately, each and every one, right? Then in the back, a picture of Max Lightyear, and then a synopsis where it says things like the underwater 80s Commander Max Lightyear is the world's top expert in naval combat and control, developing innovative weapons systems that can neutralize any threat to justice. Under the sea is where the naval commander will be. And you have legalese and then the number of the item there, of course, and Ramen Toys once again. And you see their sales inquiry and, actual places where you can find them on social. The packaging is stellar. It's absolutely stellar. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take them out of packaging and take a closer look and see how good he is and what he has to offer. This is a re-release. The first runs from the Comic Con version and the original first runs are also completely different. Supposedly these are better painted to more to look like the original, better sculpted, and are tweaked up, maybe I believe too, in the articulation department and the face sculpts and stuff like that. So we'll see. Let's see. So sit back, relax, enjoy a digital drink, and hopefully you'll stay with me until the very end on this ride to check out the 80s Commander from Ramen Toys, Max Lightyear. I'll see you guys in a blink of an eye. And here we go, guys. Here we have Max Lightyear, the 80s Commander, a.k.a. Centurion, out of packaging. And as you can see, he looks really, really awesome. He looks exactly like you can remember him with the originals. Only difference being is his scale, right? And when Ramen's Toys first started this project, I believe it was a Kickstarter, and it was just them in their infancy and their beginnings. So all the tooling, sculpting, painting, everything that goes into the engineering process and the what you call it, the R&D was coming out of them. So I guess they figured going smaller scale, because he's more of like a 5 1/4 inch figure. It was more cost efficient for them at that time at a specific price point. And even though they did it smaller, they still end up being more expensive than usual. But the quality is all there. The face sculpt has been updated, for what I understand, because they have already released these about 3 times. the first time they had like a real muted type of color or muted type of green, and then they went to the neon green like the original toys, and then now here we have it again in a single release as a neon green, but you know, with tweaked up things. The mustache, the eyes, the hair, everything looks great. All the green, the highlights of black within the arms, the shoulders, everything you see, all the sculpting and detail is really as we remembered, with the holes or the peg system, the plug holes, the crotch area, as you can see, the legs with the under suit, which would be the body armor suit in black, and then all these are supposed to be like armored robotic, pieces. I don't know what that, that was a little piece there. I don't know if that's a rub or if that's paint chip. I think that's a paint overspray over the green. Not really sure, but it's okay. It's no big deal. The quality of it feels nice too. That's like a nice, quality to it. Then here's the back. The plastic doesn't feel cheap. It feels like a nice in-between type of feel. And you see all the nice, it's got like a little, it feels like it has like a little tint of yellow within the green. And I'm be real honest, and the camera is coming out, I guess because of the HDR, is coming out much greener, when in figure in hand it's actually like a really nice neon green, which is the way we remember it, as far as I remember, right? I don't have the original toy line, but he looks really great. So now let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So here we go, guys. Here is his accessories, and he comes with quite a nice amount. He comes with 3 extra sets of hands, and these are the straight swimming style hands, or you can use it to salute in some cases, with the nice neon green on the top of the plate. These are the fisticuff for him to fight with hand-to-hand combat. Now this is, I messed these up accidentally. It fell on the floor, and when it fell on the floor, it got pinched on one of the tires from one of my chairs, and it scraped off the paint. So that did not come like that. The paint job is really good on all. Then an open kind of, so he can hold like, an accessory, a gun, whatever the case may be. And there is, the painting plate on the top as well. So he comes with 3 sets plus the kind of relaxed palm hands that he has that I showed you guys earlier, like this. So moving along, he comes with all the accessories the original came, which is the rocket with that yellowy orange. This gun pistol goes in the middle of his chest, as you can see there, pegs right there, right? And then he comes with his side pistol as well, where you have more pegs that if you added more things, you can easily put it on there. You play with it as you will, right? It's a side pistol. Then he comes with his helmet, the most important part, with the symbol in the front looking really nice, the details on top, clear visor, the black painted really well, and it separates like so in order for you to put it in his head instead of squeezing it in and risking the possibility of scraping, right, the paint on the face sculpt, which I think is a good idea. It comes with a rocket in orange and red, like an orangey red, almost like grapefruit color. Here's the rocket launcher that also goes attached to his back. As you can see, nice detail, but still simplistic, but still nice and detailed. Here's the rocket boosters for his oxygen, or what would be his oxygen tanks, with some boosters on there, with also a couple of the pegs so you can add more attachments. Then last but not least, he brings the 2 motorized engine fins that go on his legs so that he can move around, and this is what powers him to be able to go and move himself around under the sea, because he is a deep sea diving expert. He is an aquanautics expert, I guess is what you want to call him, a Navy SEAL aquanautics expert. So there are all the accessories he comes with, which is a nice amount, and you know, they look great. So now let's take a look at Max Lightyear's articulation. So as far as his articulation goes, his head does go left, does go right, looks up a significant amount, can look down. His neck is on a double bulk peg because it moves independently, even the neck, as you can see. His shoulder pads are articulated, they go up and down to give you the ability to move up the shoulder, you know, as a really nice amount, like so. The shoulder also goes 180 degrees, which that allows you to do that. He has a bicep swivel there. He has double on the elbow. And then the wrist is a ball peg that you can move left and right, kind of move in and out, but it's on a ball peg that stays static. It's, I guess, open enough inside the hand that gives you the ability to have all that range of movement. He has a waist swivel. He has no ab or torso cut because of, you know, this system here to put in the actual deep diving weapons, right? But it's still close enough. And then he has a drop down leg system, and then he can split about that much, but that's because of the actual you know, the actual scope of what he looks like hinders for you to do it. But you know, you could bring the leg up about that much. You can probably kick back about that much, and then bring these up again. It has thigh swivel, double on the knee, and then in the bottom it has a little bit of movement up and down, left and right, and a little bit of a rocker. So as far as the articulation for the style of costume and suit that he has, it's pretty good and pretty well executed. So it's all a matter of you having the patience to play around with him, to pose him. So now let's get Max Lightyear accessorized. Let's get Max accessorized in real time. First, let's put his helmet on to make sure everything's a-okay. You fit it here in the back, as like so. And it has a nice snug fit. And you take the front portion and you close it in. And there we have Max with his helmet, which makes him look even better. Then we take the laser that goes in the middle of his chest, as far as I remember when he was little, and you can basically put it wherever you want. Like if you wanted to put it a little lower, you can. That's also fine. You see, doesn't really detract or deter. His oxygen tanks would go here in the back, like so. And you want to have that rocket launcher ready to go. So let's put that rocket launcher right there, or should we put it right there? I don't know. Right here, no, right here, right here, right here. Right here, we good. take that rocket that goes in it, slide it in the rocket launcher, turn around, and there you go. So we have that thus far. Then let's change this hand and let's put the other one that's like kind of like a to shoot or to hold sign. Let me see if it'll go in real quick. These have to be warmed up because they're very hard. So give me a sec. So real quick, I warmed it up. Let's see if it'll go in now. And yeah, there it is. It went in. See, as soon as they go in, I shouldn't have a problem. And the reason why I'm putting that one is to put and see if you can hold maybe this, but I think you can't. You can't. So then you could put it here on his side, if I remember correctly. That's how it goes. Then you take the thrusters and you put them on the bottom of his feet, like so. And voila, here we have Max Lightyear in all of his battle arm glory. He looks really, really dope. As you can see, let me put down the camera really fast. As you can see, here you go. There's Max looking really, really dope with all of his accessories on. I guess the back is a little top heavy, but not too severe. And like you see how he'll want to fall, but it's all a matter of just getting him to stand in the right position, you know, to hold this actual, you know, to hold him down, basically. But he looks dope. He looks really, really dope. As you can see, he looks really good. Now I'm wondering if I put these more up here, like at the top here, if it would give him better stability in the legs. Because there's that back part. The backpack and the rocket launcher are heavy, so that's why. And everything feels nice and snug too, even though you see that it pops off, but it's still pretty nice and snug. So again, like I said, he looks fantastic. And you know, if I had any complaints, my real complaint is that they're pricey. Even though I got him at you know the early bird special for 65, if they were all 65 like regular price, I think people would be a lot more quick or keen to pick them up. Now they're 100 each, and I still need two more. So I'm hoping that I can get them when they go down, maybe on sale, because 100 is kind of hard for me at the moment, but especially for the size that they are. But again, like I said, they look fantastic. And then you can take a McFarlane Toys, let's say for example, or you can use any stand really, but McFarlane Toys stand and bring it in one of his legs, because it won't fit around his torso because his torso is kind of big, and you can have him, you know, looking like he's doing a deep dive, right? Or going on a deep dive, for example, like so. And he'll look great, right? He'll look really, really cool in the stand, and you can keep him like that and pose him. Let me bring this up a little bit. I'll bring the other section up. There we go. Nice. Look at that. And then with the effect in the back, looks like a very good, clean shot of Max with his accessories, and, on a stand. Maybe Ramen in the future could do some stands for them that more fitting and they could fit them a little more easier. Even maybe plug into like some of the holes. That'd be cool to make it look maybe more form-fitting and linear. Like, I think it would be dope or cleaner looking. But for the most part, the McFarlane stand I think does a good job. Plus, he's not really heavy, so it won't keel over too much, So he looks fantastic. So now let's just do a few comparisons to give you an idea of scale, and then we'll end the review. Here we have him next to the WWE Legends Jimmy Hart. And here we have him next to a Super 7 Ultimate G.I. Joe Duke from the animated series in that style, which is also from the 80s. And you see how cool it looks and the disparity in, I guess scale, because the WWE's can range from 6.5 to 7 inch, and the Ultimates are all supposed to be in the 7-inch form because they're supposed to align with all the Masters of the Universe classics that were a mighty collector back in the day. And here we have Max Lightyear next to the Jada Toys of Fei Long from Street Fighter 2. Fantastic fig. Right alongside the Max Factory Nendroid Klonoa. And I haven't reviewed that guy, but that's a beautiful figure. He's just, woof. Annoying parts always falling off, but it's a beautiful little figure. Great representation of Klonoa, by the way. So let's maybe do one more. And here it is, guys. Here is the final review, or comparison rather. I have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Junkyard with Mutt 2-pack from Hasbro, which was actually newly released not too long ago, which I also reviewed on my channel. You can check it out if you like. And then I have the brand new release Mattel Creations exclusive to finish the Origins lines of Masters of the Universe, none other than Rockon. And you can see with the colors and different aesthetics, they look wonderful next to my main man Max Lightyear from Centurions, right? So there you have it. There are my comparisons. But you know what? I think I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do an ultimate comparison shot. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is the final comparison. The Super Power Shot. 80s all in. Now, I know there's many more that will be added here, but I got Masters, He-Man, Silverhawks, Cyclops as an X-Men representation, the Lion Voltron, Braystar, Bucky O'Hare back here, Ninja Turtle is the only one that had on me, the Fury toy one, Leonardo, Dungeons and Dragons animation, the Phantom from Defenders of the Earth, Insectar, Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe, and Conan the Barbarian, as you see back here. These are incredible toys that we have now today, that some of them we never had any of them. And today, I think, which is the peak epitome era of figure collecting, we have the blessing of having all these great nostalgic cartoon characters in figure form for our, disposal, and for our, collecting pleasure and display ability, where we can have all that nostalgia and more, right in the palm of our hands. And there's so many more that could be added, like Jason the Wheeled Warriors, Bionic 6, Street Sharks, or Tiger Sharks rather, Spiral Zone, Cops, Galaxy Rangers, a lot of figures, a Black Star, what was the other? Thundar the Barbarian, for example. Sorry, I had a brain fart. So many that could be added. So much potential for the future of toys and 80s properties that they can make figures of. I just think it's going to happen because we live in that era where there's so much more freedom. It's just a matter of time. And that's what makes figure collecting so exciting right now and so incredibly nostalgic and just a wonderful feeling to reminisce on your childhood, because these were times where it brought most of us a lot of happiness and tears and joy and memories of friends and families and parents that are no longer with us. And that's what makes it even more impactful and more meaningful. So, yes, the superpower expression or superpower comparison. Now, let's end the review. All right, guys. So, here I have Max Lightyear on the spinner. And here are my final thoughts. My final thoughts is a great figure. Fantastic figure. Great quality. Not a lot of like loose limbs, even though little stuff here and there feels a little loose, but I think it's all because it's still, a process, a working process. Ramen Toys is still fairly small. The guy that runs it is a complete gentleman, really nice guy. He does live streams all the time, does feedback, communicates with his fan base. He does a lot like Bobby Valla does with Valaverse, and in that sense, really recommend him. That's something that we used to do. We used to get back in the day with Scott Knightlick with Mattel when he was handling Masters of the Universe Classics through Matty Collector. And that was something that you don't see a lot. And I think that type of behavior, that type of practice with your consumer goes a long way. And I think it's going to help magnify the quality of the toys going forward, because the Silverhawks was after this and was great quality as well. My only complaint with the Silverhawks was that the magnets, I guess, didn't have enough glue, and a lot of them came out and I had to re-glue them. But it wasn't like a bad breaking point type of deal, a deal breaker. In other words, it wasn't that type of thing. The 80s Commander, I wish I would have done the pre-orders for the other two to get them for $65. I don't know how long or if they'll ever be back on that price, because he's doing one last batch according to what he said. And I really would like to get them. At $100 each, I don't know how easy it'll be. I'm hoping at the very least, I could get one more. And if I do, that'd be fantastic. But it'll kind of feel incomplete, because this is a nice set to have. It's kind of straight to the point. You don't really need to get the villains if you don't like them. You get the three main characters and you're good to go. And I never had Centurions when I was little. And I'm glad that I have this now. Because it's a really nice piece, like I said. And the price point, for $65, I say is more doable, because it is third party. Or not third party, an independent company. And will help him grow. And you can tell that he's putting a lot of love to try to make it as pristine and accurate as possible and give us the best quality as possible, which is a nice feeling as a collector. You can probably get them in the aftermarket now. That's the only way. But if he does, or I think he actually put it up again, the only difference is he'll be $100 versus $65, which is about a $35 difference in price point. So, guys, there you have it. There's my thoughts on the end review on the Max Lightyear's 80s Commander from Ramen Toys, a.k.a. Centurion. A thumbs up. Definitely add it to your collection if you can. And if you already had it, then you were smarter than I was. That's for sure, because I feel I waited too long. Definitely. So I'll see you guys soon. Give me a thumbs up. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, share this video with someone you think might like it. As always, you can find me in any social media outlet or platform, from Instagram to Twitter, all down in the description below. Thank you for all of you that continue to give me support, because without you, my channel will still not be sustained. And if you're new to the channel and stopped by, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked my content. I hope it was good enough that you considered actually subscribing. And if you did, it's so exciting. It means the world to me. I'm so humbled and grateful because I know without you, I would not exist. So remember, if you did and subscribe, I consider you now part of my family. If you guys ever want to help me out in any way, shape, or form, because you like what I do, you like the channel, and you want to just, help me personally, more on a one-on-one basis, from the kindness of your heart, because you just like what I do, it's not mandatory. There is a way you can do so. It's all down in the description below with my Patreon and PayPal information. Now, if you guys ever want to have me showcase something that you have that you maybe want to donate or send it to me for me to review or whatever the case may be, you can also do that. I will be more than grateful, more than humbled to do so. Just hit me up on any of those social media DMs so we can work out the particulars, like where to ship it. And we'll go from there. Guys, this is your host, Ebot, signing off on another episode of Toys in My Closet. The 80s Commanders Ramen Toys. The 80s Commander Ramen Toys from, Max Lightyear, a.k.a. Centurion. It's been a blast, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Keep collecting. But remember, be considerate while doing it because we're still in trying times. Until the next one, guys. Bye-bye. Peace.